So in this video, I'm going to discuss hidden gems, places where, let's say you want to exit your home country, you're fed up, you want to quit.
No, it's the permit length is as long as you own the property. So you don't have to renew that permit. As long as you own the property, you have the right to reside here.
Wow, that's really extraordinary. So they don't really have to worry about dealing with immigration. Once they have the property, they keep it as is. Then they have a lifelong open permit. They can reside and come and reside whenever, however long. It's like a citizenship without a passport, essentially. You want to move to a place that's friendly, that's safe, that's beautiful, has low taxes, no one's bothering you, and the list goes on. You're trying to identify a getaway, a plan B, a safety net,
and
right?
Part of our job is before the client comes, is to check all the documents in advance. If the documents are correct, there is no reason why the residency will be rejected. So yes, 99.9% of the time, 100% of the time it works.
Right? Something that is a hidden gem in your portfolio. So if shit hits the fan, those are the locations that you're exiting to, that you're escaping to. Now, one of the big things, one of the issues that people kind of don't understand this is that when you're looking for a plan B location, it's not just about naming a country and identifying and finalizing a country, picking up your bags and moving there. That's tourism. You could go there for a couple of days. That's fine. 7 days. That's fine. 6 months. That's fine. But when you're selecting a country that fits all these categories that I just mentioned in the beginning of the video, you want to have a residency or you want to have a citizenship. Ideally, you want to have a flexible residency.
We apply for permanent residency. There is no a minimum time to be in Uruguay. Yes, once you have the residency, come once every 3 years at least, and that's it.
So yeah, you're committed to the country, but it's not putting restrictions or conditions on you for maintaining the permanent residencies. Those countries that enforce restrictions are restrictive countries. So the foundation has to be right. When you get this residency or you get the citizenship, there shouldn't be any conditions for maintenance of these permits. So yes, you want all those features, but at the same time, you want the option to get a residency, and ideally a permanent residency or a regular or a temporary paper residency, which then quickly converts to a permanent residency, and with less overhead or reasonable attachment to the country, you convert this into citizenship. So I'm going to discuss a few countries, my favorite countries, at least 6 to 7 countries that I feel are worth looking at and investing in. But before I deep dive in this topic, if you like this channel, if you feel that I add value to your life, please take a moment and check your subscription. If you aren't yet subscribed, please go ahead and turn that on. That helps me get you breaking news and analysis on time. The number one country on my list, which has been my personal favorite for the last 2 years, is Uruguay. The citizenship is pretty streamlined, is straightforward, and in 3 years, you can actually naturalize if you're doing this with your spouse. You start off with a permanent residency, which is a paper residency. Once you get the PR, you enter once every 3 years. You're all good to go. It does not get any better than this. What do you expect from a country? It's safe. It's beautiful. It's permanent residency, leads to citizenship fairly quickly. One of the strongest passports. And it gives you the Mercosur access, which is very meaningful these days. So it's not about the Schengen permit only. You want to have a broader access. And when you have a Mercosur access, you're talking about countries like Chile, Peru, Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay, of course. So you get the whole package. You get a good deal. What is the investment? None. That's why this is one of my personal favorites. And it is the favorite for a lot of our clients. And we have a specialized team in Uruguay. And at any time you want to get started with either Uruguay or any of these residencies, the residencies that I'm covering over here is what we specialize in. We have teams on the ground that work with immigration to get the benefit with the least amount of resistance. Yeah, you can get the permit, you can do it yourself, you can do DIY, but sometimes it adds time, complexity, bureaucracy, and some people get fed up and give up. That's where just getting an attorney helps with the contacts on the ground. And you just don't want any attorney, you want a team that works together to get all the parts together and makes a beautiful experience for you. So in Uruguay, as I said, you land in Montevideo and you spend a couple of days, or 3 days to be specific, to precise. 3 days you spend in Montevideo and you can complete your permanent residency paperwork. Then you leave, come back after 6 months, collect your PR documentation. You turn up once every 3 years and you're good to go as far as the residency is concerned. If you're
You
looking
can apply for citizenship, and the process takes around 6 months to 1 year to get the passport. But you need to
Really?
leave.
Wow.
Yes,
So that's how fast it is? 6 months to 12
yes.
months?
is concerned.
Yes,
If you're
but-
looking for citizenship, that more permanent connection, then you need to have more physical presence in the country. So that's the number one. It's a must-have. It does not have any golden visa fee. The qualifying criteria is one of the best and the cheapest, or the lowest in the world. I shouldn't say cheapest, but the lowest in the world. It's $1,200 USD per month of income. It's not specific. It's not specified how many months you got to declare this, right? And we guide with all the documentation that you need. Even before you arrive in Montevideo, our team works with you to get the documentation, make sure it's certified, make sure it's in order, make sure it's approved. We get you the date from immigration. This is very important. You want to have an appointment with immigration even before you arrive. You want to coordinate your travel with that appointment date to make it a seamless and a cheap and an affordable process, a cost-effective process. So you can spend a lot of money trying to do things in random order, but if you streamline the process, it becomes easy. It becomes one of the best experiences. You get the benefit, which is the permanent residency or the citizenship. We support with both citizenship as well as permanent residency. So that's Uruguay for you. The second country on this list is Paraguay. Now, why would someone do Paraguay when they have a better country like Uruguay? Uruguay is good if you're physically looking to keep it as a backup option. You don't care about the taxation as much. Of course, Uruguay has excellent tax benefits, but Paraguay is straight territorial. You don't have to rely on tax holidays as you would do in Uruguay. So in Paraguay, you simply land in Asunción. Our team works with you for a couple of days to make sure all the process is completed in Asunción and you get your temporary residency. Uruguay is permanent. Paraguay is temporary. You don't have to show any monthly income. You don't have to invest in the country. There are pathways to get direct permanent residency in Paraguay, and we assist with that. And that is good if you are looking to purchase your condo or an apartment in Paraguay, 200K apartment, and you get a direct permanent residency. Paraguay is territorial. If you're setting up a company and running the VAT per month, then the physical presence to trigger tax residency can be waived under certain circumstances, and we provide full support not just with immigration but also your tax setup with the right professionals. Now, this is not an immigration advice, but yes, if you reach us, we can check what you're looking for, and then of course the tax professional then works with you, the attorney works with you. They work in combination to get you your benefit and set up your structure in Paraguay. Those are the two top countries in Latin America. The number 3 country is Mexico. It's great if you're looking to have just a backup. I would not use Mexico for tax purposes. I would not use Mexico for, let's say, full-time living. Some people do. There's nothing wrong, but Mexico makes a lot of sense if, let's say, your goal is to be close to the US. You have family members in the US. You want to live in the US, and if shit hits the fan, you want to escape to a country, then you want the residency permit. And we have a team on the ground in Mexico. I recently made a video with my attorney, my specialist, and she's the head of legal for our team. And we were able to demonstrate how I was able to obtain the permanent residency from Mexico City in 35-40 minutes approximately. That's the same process that we run for our clients. I wanted to make an example so that you know what process you go through. So that's Mexico, number 3 on the list. Number 4 on this list is Panama. I intentionally kept Panama. Number 4 are the Latin ones, and I'm only going to discuss 4 in Latin America. The other ones are going to be outside of Latin America. Panama at number 4 because they require investment. Now, if you're from a friendly nations visa, the investment that you're looking at is 200K USD. That's for the friendly nations list. But let's say you're not from the friendly list of nations, then the investment threshold jumps to 300K. Buy a property, get a permanent residency. We have a specialized team that handles that. And if you're looking for a travel passport, which is not a nationality-based passport, it's a travel passport. Just takes a couple of weeks, functions like a robust travel document, and this usually bridges the gap between, let's say you have a poor nationality, you're working your way to a stronger nationality, but right now in less than 2 weeks, if you are looking to get that travel passport to bridge the gap, then it works like an excellent solution. 2 weeks once the residency is approved, and we have another specialized team that works on that as well, depending upon your needs, right? You would choose between the permanent versus the travel passport. The threshold or the investment that you would require for the travel passport remains the same. It's going to be 300K, but it'll be in a fixed deposit that generates $850 a month in passive income. So the 300K is approximately slightly less, slightly more, but the end goal is to generate $850 a month in passive income. So you're earning money and you're keeping the travel passport. The day you decide you don't want to earn money, you want the 300K back from your own bank account for whatever expenses you need. You give up the travel passport, you take your money, it's your money with you anyways, you break the fixed deposit. Some banks have a cancellation clause, so you don't have to wait for the 3 years or 5 years. You can cancel your fixed deposit, recoup your money in certain cases. So that's option number 4 in Latin America. Now let's switch gears and shift to Africa. 2 of the best options in Africa. My personal favorite is Mauritius.
And does Mauritius allow dual citizenship?
They do. They do. That's my case. I'm French and Mauritian. My mom is Mauritian. My dad is French. So yeah, I used to know Mauritius since I was little. So I've seen Mauritius changing throughout time.
There's 2 options. If you are over 50, then you directly qualify based on age. Simply opening a bank account and depositing 24K for the year, or you can deposit less if you're going to incrementally add it, or the year. If you're going to incrementally make the total 24K, then yes, you can add less. But usually, most of our clients will deposit 24K and get done with the over 50 option in Mauritius. The second option is through GBC or normal company formation. Deposit $50,000 in your own company. You can spend it the next day for business expenses, not an issue. So that qualifies you for a permanent residency. Apart from Mauritius in Africa, I really like South Africa. That's a great permanent residency through donation. The donation amounts are very low. I would say 6,800 USD is not a big amount for a direct permanent residency in South Africa. There are a few other conditions that you need to satisfy, but that's also a very good notable example in Africa. And finally, in the EU, the best one, I made a separate video covering the 10K in fees, state fees, golden visa, which is a paper residency specifically for the EU. This is the cheapest EU paper residency. If you've missed that coverage, hop onto this video. This talks about the entire process in a lot of detail. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.